I sometimes walk by this Roman Catholic middle school. It's near La Cienega and Pico Boulevard in the afternoons, and I hear the basketball coach just like yelling at the kids. Like, do this, do that. Not sure how useful that is, because when someone yells at you, you're going to typically like tense up, pull down, compress. So there are a lot of things that we learn as Alexander Technique teachers after 3 years of training that the average coach is just not going to learn. So the average sports coach might tell you to relax, but doesn't really tell you how to do it. So as an Alexander Technique teacher, I help people notice their patterns of unnecessary tension and start by freeing the neck, thinking up through the whole torso, letting go of typical patterns of pulling down and in and clenching get in the way of superior athletic performance, whether it's in running or skiing or football or golf or tennis. So with some of my more athletically inclined students, I bring them down here to the park on La Cienega Boulevard and Olympic. And they can run, and I'll see what their patterns are. So when you run, really brings out all the interfering tension patterns that you might have. Like they may be a little more subtle when you're walking, but when you start running, then they can't help but express themselves, and they're just so big and broad and interfering. That's why those runners just look so unhappy when they're running. It's like, they're pulled down, they're hurting themselves, they hit the ground with so much force and tension. If you're hating what you're doing, you have a much higher likelihood of injuring or hurting yourself. So if you're hating your running, you might want to see an Alexander Technique teacher to get a few lessons on how you can do everything that you want to do more easily and gently.